It's time for Focus Forward, sponsored by Invest Grand Bahama. It's Grand Bahama's best talk show, highlighting all of the positive things happening in Freeport.
Look forward to our special guests each week that will tell you about events, activities, and initiatives that are making a remarkable impact on our community.
You'll also hear from local business owners and get a heads up on deals and special promotions. It's time to Focus Forward. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Grand Bahama's Best Talk Show, Focus Forward, sponsored by the Invest Grand Bahama unit of the Grand Bahama Port Authority. My name is Glendia Sweeting, Manager of Quality Assurance and Special Projects, and I am delighted to bring back this beautiful lady here on the side of me, Miss Claudine Pinder, who is here from the Invest Grand Bahama unit. She is the Business Retention Officer. She is the one that keeps people on board, working with them all the time. Yes. And of course, I know that you're already wondering, well, where's Alex? Well, Alex is somewhere around the world, literally somewhere around the world. She was in Africa, in Nigeria. I think I saw some posts in Japan. Yes. She's somewhere. So shout out to you, Alex. Have fun, be safe. Looking forward to seeing you back here.
And happy birthday. I think she's celebrating her birthday today, so happy birthday.
Well, Alex acts as if she is 16, 12 sometimes, but hey, happy birthday, Alex. Yes. Have a really, really good one. Looking forward to having you back. But in the meantime, we have Claudine holding it down, and it's good to have you as well.
It's a pleasure to be back on Focus Forward. I love the backstage, but nonetheless, it's okay to come out sometime and say hi. So I'm happy to be here with you at Focus Forward.
Good to have you. Always to have a presence from Invest Grand Bahama. It's always really, really great. So we're looking forward to having a wonderful show today. Yes. Of course, we were on hiatus coming off of the summer holidays. So many things happened during the course of the summer, and now we're back, and we need to talk about this next season. So we're in fall right now. Yes. Lots of fall events. There are some things that we're going to be celebrating and things that we need to let everybody know about. So you have a first-hand opportunity to know what's happening within the city of Freeport right here on Focus Forward, and we are always happy to have you. And so we have some wonderful guests with us. You know, we have to start with the GBPA.
Of course.
Conchman Triathlon coming up. And we have the team here with us, all of the organizers, and they're so excited. They're ready to tell everybody about it. Yes. And so we really, really, really want to talk to them. Of course, you know, we can't have any of this good stuff happening around the city of Freeport. I have to be a little biased because, you know, every time we have these wonderful things happening, one name usually comes up, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And she is always working very, very hard behind the scenes and pulling all of the right people together and not only making it happen one time, but over and over and over again. And so I believe certainly kudos is definitely should be given and recognized here. Yes. And we're always very happy to have her bringing something great to us, and we thank her for doing that. Yes. Miss Fatima Zara Kaboub, she's here with all of the members from the Conchman Committee, and we're so happy to have you. Welcome back to Focus Forward.
Oh, thank you for having us back. Very, very grateful for this time.
Yes, it's so good. You know, every time we see you, it's Art Lucaya, it's Fashion Week, it's all of these wonderful things that's just keeping Freeport moving and keeping it churning, and so we really, really appreciate that.
Well, we're planning next year, so yeah.
Okay,
stay tuned. Grand Bahama, we're coming back.
Sounds good, sounds good. And we also want to welcome a lady. I believe we had a wonderful show with her some time back, but she's been here for Conchman as well. We certainly cannot have Conchman without talking to Coach Celia Dubé. Of course, welcome back to Focus Forward, and it's great to have you here.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
It's good. Always good to have you. And then every time you see this person, you think sports. Sports, sports, sports. Yes. Track and field and all of that good stuff. And so he's become one of the major organizers as well in that particular industry and arena here within the city of Freeport, and is working along with the Conchman group. So we want to welcome back to the show Mr. Ivano Ferguson. Welcome.
Thank you, ladies.
Good, good, good. Good to have you guys here. So I don't see any bikes. Nobody is swimming at the moment. We're just talking about the show right now. It's good, it's good. No problem. So if we can come to you, Ms. Kaboub, let's talk a little bit about Conchman. Because we hear the name, we know what usually happens out on Tino Beach, some of us, but we really don't know, where did this all come from? How did the Conchman start?
We were just discussing it a bit earlier. I mean, this is the 38th year of the Conchman. We started in 1986, and Conchman has happened every single year ever since. We never stopped. After Matthew, we didn't stop. After Hurricane Dorian, even though the bridge was damaged and we couldn't go over the bridge, we still find a way to reroute everyone, but we still kept it going. The only time we had to stop was during the pandemic, obviously, because there was a national order where we couldn't really assemble like that. But it was the only time. So rain or shine, Conchman we still show up. We still, you know, this is such an important event for the community. I mean, people look forward to this all year. You know, we all go on holiday. This is a rendezvous when everyone comes back, the kids come back. We all go back and starting to train, because we know we can go away in the summer, eat as much as we want, be as lazy as we want, and then you come back September, it's the rendezvous, we've got to start training because of the Conchman. And it gives this little compass to the community where they say, like, guys, we need to get fit. This is it. You know, the school starts again, the job starts again, the routine starts again, we go back into training, and it's incredibly healthy, you know, for the household to be involved, because it's really a family event. This is not just a mother or father event, or it's everyone event. The teens, the younger. We have the Con kids who sort of participate, and it's what, 2 years old sometimes showed up.
Really?
Well, 5 year olds.
But sometimes you've got some really agile kids on their little bikes, and they want to do it because they want to see their brothers or their fathers, and it's really a family event, and everyone's really looking forward to it. So we're so proud to be involved in something that is so important for our community, and that's been so consistent in bringing this. And it's not just a family event. This is not just fun. Of course it is. It's fun, but it's very, very seriously done. I mean, Coach Celia, I'll let Celia talk, who's a race manager, who will talk about the details of how very specifically done. I mean, it's very professionally done. The record setting. We've got volunteers in each place. We've got water stations in each place. We've got the police. We've got bikers following. I mean, it's unbelievably well done, and that's what makes us slightly different from the traditional triathlon. Is we are the bridge between the super professionals, perhaps you'll see around the world, and a family island sort of event. So with the combo of two. So it's the fun, the relaxed atmosphere, the family feel, but with very, very important standards. So it's quite fun to put together, but also, you know, to see the excitement in the community. We're back on track.
So let's talk about the community. What does it really take to put something like this together? When you talk about partnerships and maybe volunteerism and that sort of thing, what does it take to put Conchman together using persons from the community?
Oh, it's huge, because obviously we can't, you know, we're non-profit, so we rely 100% on the generosity of sponsors. And it's been quite incredible. We've been incredibly grateful to have the Port Authority again as our name sponsor this year to help us plan for everything. But it's such a wonderful event because people who participate tend to get their bosses involved or their companies involved, because as I said, there's the family feel, the community feel. It's such an important thing that everyone wants to be involved, and I think that's what we try to appeal to the corporation. It's not, you don't have to write a big check, just support the Conchman, show up, whether by renting not balustrade, how do you call them?
The racks.
The racks, whether it's filling up the couple of potholes if there is any, whether it's clearing up the beach, I mean, there's so much to do. Volunteers, yes, we need so many. I mean, it's sometimes 30, 40, 50 at times.
Over 100 volunteers.
Yeah, at times, because there's so many different things that we need, you know. And then what else? I mean, there's so many people I actually really ought to thank. You know, obviously the Grand Bahama Port Authority was our name sponsor, but there's so many other company that comes along. So Lasco, who lends us the space for free at Taino Beach, so we can set up and operate the night before. You know, you've got people who. Got sanitation who come and clean up everything afterwards. You've got the water company who gives us tanks of water so we can have all the food trucks, and
the hospital who provides
the hospital,
staff.
Doctors Hospital last year, who hopefully they're coming on board this year, who lended us a tent, because as I say, we really want to make sure it's a very high-end event. So we have the Red Cross that comes. We've got the Doctors Hospital who has a tent. You know, we've got people who donate fruit and vegetable. I think Sawyer's used to come on board and support us. So I don't know who's going to do it this year.
Let's call out some new stores.
But you know, it really is a community event. and people show up to participate, but show up to help. And that's what we need to continue to appeal and continue to make sure that we're in the radar. So companies, when you make your budget, don't forget the Conchman, because it is an essential part of our
Definitely.
And Conch Kids is an absolutely free event to the children. So like Fatima said, I mean, there are children as young as 5 years old, 4 years old that can swim, bike, run. It's a great event for these children. And it is absolutely free for the Conch Kids. So, you know, it does take a lot of volunteers to keep these kids safe, in addition to the adults. You know, the kids course is much smaller and much more manageable. At the same time, it requires a lot more adults on the race to keep them safe, as you can imagine.
Last year, do you remember? Last year we had, I think he was 3 years old, this tiny little pumpkin this side who really wanted to do it, and we were like, my God, in the waves we woke up and this is a huge wave, so we had to have a human chain.
We had a human chain
every 4 feet,
no exaggeration,
to make sure so to
make sure the kids were just, because the waves were coming in, we just wanted them to get wet.
So
we wanted them to be safe, but the
let's
waves.
talk about those safety measures, right?
Yes.
Because I think it's really important for persons to understand that you're not just, you know, putting on a show, allowing people to participate, but safety really is a big part of it. So what are some of the other things that you do to ensure safety, not only for the children, but for everyone?
For everybody, right. We have our, you know, we have our processes in place. You know, if it's a certain amount of knots of winds, if the tide is this, if the winds are coming from this direction, we have that emergency plan in place. So last year, specifically, we were delayed an hour because the weather had to get through in order to clear in order to set the course. So yeah, once the weather calmed down, because of course safety is the #1 priority. So once the weather calmed down, we set the course, we were able to set it, and then it picked back up again by the time the kids were going. And yes.
That's a lot on the water. So
Yeah. And so those key volunteers helped us keep those kids safe, keep the adults safe, because we have safety craft in the water watching everybody swim. So that's #1. #2, you know, to the bike, you know, we go through the entire course, the 12.4 mile course, and we mark all the potholes and we get them fixed. So I believe that's Leska that does that.
Yes.
Yes. So that's, you know, huge that they help us with that, because we're able to identify, okay, these are some safety concerns here on the bike course. And so, you know, again, with the challenge of the bridge, we've been able to work with everybody and channeling them onto the other side of the bridge in Taino, and it works out beautifully. #1, our concern is always safety.
And that's a big deal.
100%.
Definitely a big deal.
Right. #2, we want to provide a well-organized, very efficient, safe, but fun event for the locals to participate in. And if we attract, you know, tourists, great. You know, we induce the economy, we attract people. We do have a nice contingency coming from Florida. We have some other people coming from the northeast of Florida. That's fantastic. But it really is an event for the locals. You know, triathlon is such a great sport, you know, with the swimming, the biking, the running, and it is evolving. You know, we now have aqua bike. So some people, they get injured, they can't run, well, they can still swim and they can still bike. You know, some people, they're not comfortable swimming. Okay, we can offer a duathlon. They run, bike, run. You know, some people don't have a bicycle, they don't have a helmet. Okay, well then you can do an aquathlon, which is swimming and running. So we offer a lot of different events in addition to a 5K. So if people just want to come walk, people want to run, people want to test themselves and see how fast they can do a 5K.
It's something for everybody.
Exactly.
So Coach Ray, let's talk a little bit about the, because we're talking about the activities now, and I know you also play a role in terms of the activities and what's going on. So tell us a little bit about what you do on that day.
Well, on that day, I actually am the host of the event. So I'm making sure that everything runs smoothly. This is my boss of that day. So in all honesty, especially in the run aspect, making sure kids are at the proper areas, the adults are where they need to be, volunteers. She said, like, the volunteers, there's over 100 volunteers, and we need them specifically all over the place. When we're talking about directing traffic, having them all the way to the bridge, the run aspect, volunteers in the water, and just making sure the overall meet itself runs smooth. like she says, the aspect of this this Conchman is we have so many moving parts. The duathlon, the aquathon, the 5K. So it's various aspects of it, and it's a matter of everything starting on time so that we can finish on time. Because like you say, it is one of the most organized events, and the Royal Bahamas Police Force always out there, especially making sure they're ahead of the bikers. And I think we have like the most. I never didn't realize how much police bikes we have on this island until Conchman.
Okay.
So they're out there in full force.
Right. So I know Coach mentioned it earlier, but can you walk us through what the race categories and the distances for this year's event, what that looks like?
For the. Yeah, you can handle that.
So we
Just a couple of minutes
That's a
before
race
break.
manager, so she
Yeah.
knows all the details.
So we might have to
by
do some
heart.
of the details after the fact, but let's get a little bit from you right now.
Yeah, so there's a super sprint, which is a 250 swim, and then a 6-mile bike, and then a 1.5-mile run. And then there's the sprint, which is a 750-meter swim, a 12.4-mile bike, and then a 5K run.
Okay.
And then there's a 5K run. And then the aqua bike is that same distance, just it's swimming, so 750 swim and a 12.4-mile bike. And then the aquathlon is a 750 swim and a 5K run. The duathlon's a 5K run, the 20K bike, which is 12.4 miles, and then a 5K run.
Claudine, which one of those are you going to be doing?
I think
I'll be on the
volunteer.
sidelines. We'll be with the cheerleaders.
I'll definitely be
We
a
definitely
volunteer.
need volunteers. We definitely need cheerleaders. So please.
Now, Coach Ray, I just want to circle back to you just a little bit because I know you've been a part of this for quite some time.
been
Tell us
recruiting.
about perhaps your favorite memory as it comes to Conchman.
My favorite memory is always Sarah making me come in the water to swim with her. That was about 4 years ago. I'm like, I really don't do water. And she's like,
Did you have
Ray.
to fetch her out?
Yes, I had to go
That's
get her.
Sarah St. George. 'Cause She can't
Really?
get out of the water to give the pass. Someone has
Okay.
to help her out. So
Yeah,
poor Ray, sometimes he gets dragged in.
Oh my goodness, sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really good memory. And it's also good to hear that Miss St. George is also a part of the events that day as well.
Oh,
And
yeah,
so
she
it's
participates
good.
every year.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful.
And she's very
So-
mindful of getting a medal. So, she trains. She's been training every day for it. So.
Oh man,
Right.
talk about commitment.
Competition.
Right?
Yes.
Talk about commitment. That's some amazing stuff. So we have so much more that we definitely want to talk about, guys. Of course, Conchman Triathlon is happening. I didn't get the date. What's the date?
So it's November 1st,
November
and then this Saturday, October 4th at 9 a.m. at Taino Beach, after Ravano's cancer relay race, we have a free clinic for anyone who's registered for Conchman Triathlon. It's an absolutely free clinic all about triathlon, aquabike, duathlon,
Okay.
the whole shebang.
Fantastic. So I think we could share some of that information on screen as well so that everybody will know exactly what's happening. Of course, we want to have the cancer relay on there as well so that we can be able to share.
It's the clinic is actually really, really important because I just watched it from a distance. So I promise I'll participate this time. But they teach you they give you little tools of how, when you come out of the water, what do you do? How fast you run to your bike, the way you put your shoes on, how you prepare your bike. There's a lot of little technique where you don't waste time, because obviously the transition period is you get out if you're doing the whole thing, but if you have relays people in between, it's different. But if you're doing the whole thing, excuse me, you come out of the water, you're running, you've got sandy feet, you're completely drenched. How do you get onto your bike, putting your shoes on? You have to put some clothes on, possibly, definitely your helmet.
And the rules involved in
rules
that.
involved, and you can't bike, you have to run out with your bike into the, it's just,
It's a whole lot.
Yes.
it's
So the
quite
clinic
a
is
lot.
really,
The
really
clinic is really
important.
good because it makes you get some
All
really
right.
important tips.
Well, thank you so much for mentioning that to us, Ms. Kaboom. And of course, we want to encourage you, if you have an opportunity to be a part of that clinic, you definitely want to be there October 4th, right after the Relay for Cancer. So we're going to share that information with you. You'll be able to see it on screen. Please come and be a part of it and support both events, by the way. Now, listen, we have so much more to come. We don't want you to go anywhere. We have a little bit more Conchman, and then we have a surprise with another group that's going to be in our third segment with us. So stay with us. We'll be right back right after this.
Welcome to Freeport, the reawakened, the reimagined, the rebirth, the Renaissance capital of the Bahamas. Over $1.5 billion in investments. Marinas, cruise ports, downtown revitalization, residential developments. We're putting the city on the map. Want to know more? Just log on. Your future is only a click away.
Welcome back. We're here on Grand Bahama's Best Talk Show, Focus Forward, having a wonderful day today. We are talking about the GBPA Conchman Triathlon, and of course in our top segment we had some of the organizers joining us, and we've been talking about everything that's happening with the Conchman Triathlon. That's November 1st, yes. But obviously you have an opportunity to be a part of a clinic that's happening on October 4th, and so we want to welcome back to our, I can't say the round table, I can't even say the studio. I have to actually give a shout out to the Grand Lucayan Hotel, who is allowing us to utilize their space for today. And this is strategic for our next guest, so we'll talk about that in a minute. But thank you so much, Grand Lucayan Hotel, for allowing us to be here today. And we are enjoying the hospitality and the kindness. So, of course, we want to welcome back Ms. Fatima Zara Kaboub, who is from the GBPA Conchman, because it gets a little long. Right?
I'm a board member of the Conchman.
So board members, right. So the Conchman committee.
Of the Conchman. Promoted today.
Yes, yes. You have so many hats and titles, you know, I have to make sure I have the correct one. And of course, Coach Celia Dubé here joining us, Conchman committee as well. Thank you so much. And of course, coming to Focus Forward, I believe, for the very first time, although I've seen and I believe I've met you someplace else. Yes. But thank you so much for being on Focus Forward today, Mr. Kenton Roker from the GBPA Conchman committee as well.
Russo, president of the Grand Bahama Cycling Association.
That's where I know you from, on the streets early in the morning, cycling.
Exactly.
I'll join you one day.
Cyclist.
One day, decades from now, but I'll join you one day. So thank you so much for being here with us. And of course, you know, we do want to start the conversation back up talking about Conchman, Ms. Kaboub. And you know what, let me turn over to Claudine and let her take the reins a little bit.
Ooh, all right.
Go ahead.
So, Fatima, I wanted to get your perspective on the spirit and the culture that the triathlons bring to Grand Bahama. So talk to us about that.
I mean, there's a huge spirit of sort of resilience, isn't it, in a Conchman. You know, it doesn't matter, as I said earlier, it doesn't matter what the weather's like. You know, we still show up as a community. It's in our calendar event, people have been doing it for so many years. I mean, it was started in 1986 by some of the people who we now lost, you know, with that generation who sort of passed now. Wow. But so we have to take on the reign and make sure this continues for the next, was it 38 years? Yeah, the next 38 years, but to make sure, you know, we continue into their footsteps. And they started as a family event, and this is what we intend to continue, but doing it with obviously with the top-notch, top security, top event.
So what was one of your favorite memories? I know we asked for
Gosh, I've got so many. You know, this is something I participate every year, and one of the things that was sort of I never think about. I wait for usually with the Saracen George, she does the swim, I do the biking, and then I wait for my turn. I get the timekeeping device to put on I run, get my bike. And you don't think about it, you do things like you just breathe because it's so stressful, you know, to wait, and then you're sort of completely excited, sort of quick. And it's always, you don't expect the person to be here. You wait to say, where's my, you know, my team person? And then suddenly they're right there. It's like, oh my God, quick. And everyone's shouting at you because you're late or you're not in the right. Yes, there's always. So you get on your bike, it's like, don't fall. It's like, and then there's a little speed bumps at Tano Beach. It's like, oh, don't fall. And then you get on, and then you see the police and all the signs like, go that way. And then you bike, and it's like, I've got to stay in the zone. I've got to breathe. I've got to stay, you know, there's a long was it 20 miles to go?
Very
5K?
long.
20K total.
20K, so it's quite a long, you know.
Yes.
So it's like, keep breathing, and then you see all these people going by you very quickly, like a Kenton, for example. It's like 500 miles an hour, and you're like, oh, trying to keep up. It's like, no, stay with your rhythm. You've got to finish the race, because at the end of the day, it's all about finishing. It's not about winning. But you meet some people, and some people struggle with you, and you're like, oh, we're almost there. So you know.
You can do it.
And they cheer you on.
It's crazy. And then when you get to the last roundabout, just by the bridge, you pass the bridge, and then there's a last roundabout, and you see all these cheerleaders. You can do it.
give you a best, right?
Every time it makes me cry, because I'm thinking, oh, yes, I can. You know, it's like,
That's
and then
amazing.
it's really, really sweet. I promise, for people who've never done it before, I mean, I'm not a professional, and I just do it because it's a community event, because it's fun to participate and to see friends. Everyone is there and everyone is excited. And but then you do this. You turn around to the bridge. You go down midshipman and you bike, and then you turn back into turning bridge, and everyone is shouting, "Quick, here!" You know, it's like yes. And then when you turn that and you arrive and you're like, "Oh gosh, I made it! I didn't fall. You know, I didn't fall. I didn't. You know, I made it." And then everyone is there cheering, and every time. You just sob. It's, I don't know why. It's quite emotional. Sport is very emotional, and you get really, really teary, and it's quite sweet, and everyone is so happy to see you. Meanwhile, when there's someone snatched the timekeeper because your partner needs to go back. Maybell is my partner.
Shout out to Maybell Bridgewater. We'll tease her when we get in office today.
She's waiting for me. Come on, Fatty. Oh yes.
But imagine how many hundreds of people have that exact same experience or similar. That makes it very sweet.
It's actually a wonderful thing to be part of, wonderful community, and then you finish, and then everyone talks about the experience, and then we all go to get a smoothie.
Right. And you relax and you talk about it. Now, Mr. Roker, if we can come over to you, tell us about your role here as a part of the Conchman Committee.
Well, as part of the Conchman Committee dealing with cycling aspect, we've done a lot of training with persons who be involved. And I promise you, you're going to see a higher level of competitive cycling this year. Some of the older guys are back.
All right.
They've been training for the past 6 months.
Kenton, I didn't mean to interrupt. Sometimes Kenton says, oh, Fatty, you've got to come and train with you. It's like, yeah, no problem. It's Saturday, 6 a.m. No problem. Where do we go? East End. What? Really? That's how they train. They go all the way to West End from Freeport.
So as a beginner, I just don't have a shot then.
No, well,
I need to train to be a part of.
We do have a group of beginners.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Real beginners.
Who only goes to 8 Mile Rock.
Who
only cycles to 8 Mile Rocks and back.
We do have a group of real beginners.
Okay.
And even with the triathlon, and even Celia deals with beginners in the triathlon, just with the cycling aspect of it.
Okay.
We have persons, have a 60-year-old man who wants to cycle. Okay, so we take our time, with him. We have ex-police officers who came on board who want to cycle. Wow. So it's from school kids straight up. Cycling is for everyone. It's a good way to stay healthy.
Yes.
Good on the knees. No pressure on the knees once you're fitted for the bike. And so one of the persons everyone's looking at right now is he was in Conchman a few years back. Romeo. He's back in shape.
Okay. Wow. I don't know Romeo, but with a name like Romeo, you have to be in shape.
Oh, he lives up to it.
Yeah, he's very focused on this event. And so we're going to see a lot of good things. Some of our young cyclists, like for instance, you have Aiden Bain and have Lonnie Duncombe. Those guys have,
those are semi-professional.
Those guys have improved. They improved so much.
Okay.
So much, you're going to be amazed at their times.
Wow. We will see them in the Olympics soon, those kids. They're really
at
a level.
That is amazing.
At the rate they're going now?
Yeah. So we're about a month away from the main event. So what would you say to persons interested in signing up for the very first time? Being that they have to train, do you think they will actually be ready to compete a month from now?
Yes, once they choose the appropriate category. You don't want to go with elites.
No, stay in your lane. Don't embarrass yourself.
So of course, being about everyone, you won't turn anyone down. We meet you where you're at.
Okay,
And also it's
I love
because
that.
of the aspect, the family aspect. You know, it's a competition if you want it to be. If you want to compete and if you want that event, it's for you. But if you want a family event, it's for you too. I mean, you know, we have a category which is a family category where the father will do the swimming, mom will do the run, and the son or the daughter will do the biking. I mean, it's literally family events, and it's
Something
really
for everyone.
cross-generation.
Yeah.
And the different distances.
Yes.
And different distances, you know, gives you that flexibility in terms of, and it's not about, as I said, it's not about the timekeeping. Sometimes it's just a challenge to do it, and it doesn't matter if it takes.
to
Reach the
finish.
finish line.
Yeah, because you know you've got students; they're very young. They're you know, so it's not a question of timing always. For some it is, but it doesn't have to be.
Right,
As I say,
right.
I just do it just for fun because I just love it. But
Conchman has a category for everyone.
Yeah,
So even
that's why it's so wonderful. That's why you can't
Yeah,
miss it.
even us, you.
Yes.
5K walk.
Well,
I'll do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
5K walk. No
I'll
problem.
do that.
So should we commit on air that we're going to do
No,
it?
ma'am.
Yes, I love that. Thank you.
Put me on the spot like Alex. No, no. So, Coach Celia, what are some of the other things that you would want others to know? Persons watching the show right now have not been to Conchman before, so maybe haven't had the experience, haven't seen it on any video. What are some of the things that you would like for them to know so that they can be attracted or interested in coming out and even just experiencing it on the day as just, you know, viewers, watchers, as an attraction, really?
That's a great question. I mean, one of the things that we have done is we have developed a promotion where all local Bahamians are able to get 50% off pricing. So this is a great way, you know, low cost for any local who wants to try it for the first time. It's 50% off for them that we're just starting today. And the code is I am Bahamian. So this code is 50% off, you know, any race that they want to do that's in the multi-sport event. So the triathlon, whatever distance they want to do, the duathlon, run, bike, run, whatever distance they want to do, the aqua bike, you know, it's available for 50% off.
So the code is I am Bahamian, and what is the website that they go to register?
Great question, conchmantriathlon.com.
Conchmantriathlon.com. I am Bahamian, even if you're not Bahamian, you still could get the 50%. I love it.
So it is for locals, and yes, we really want, like Fatih's saying, you know, yes, it's a well-organized, safe race. We abide by all the rules, and there are rules, and rules are for safety.
Right.
So that's why it's important that, you know, we have the clinic, we offer the opportunity, we send out, once you register, we send you information on the rules so you understand the rules, because it is important that we obey the rules, because it's not just safety, but it's fairness for everyone involved. So that's important.
That's good stuff.
At the same time, it's fun. It is really fun. We have Junkanoo that plays at the finish line. So when Fatih's talking about running through the finish line, and you
That's
have
the
Junkanoo
bit
playing for
You
you.
can dance through the finish line. You don't even have to
People
run.
that's my favorite memory. My favorite memory is dancing to the finish line to Junkanoo. It's fantastic. So this year what we've done with the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism is we are adding another Junkanoo group to play at the halfway spot of the run. So in the halfway the halfway point, you're 1.5 miles away, you're halfway there. We have an additional Junkanoo group playing. So that'll really help spice things up as well.
And they need the energy. I think that you
Absolutely.
can feel that energy.
Oh,
and,
for sure.
You know, that kind of is just in the air, and that's wonderful.
You made it. Great job.
At the real
And
end.
like that last pat on the back.
So, Ms. Kaboo, we have to wrap up in just a minute, but just wanted to give some final thoughts to you. I'm sure there may be organizations or persons that you might want to thank in terms of, you know, what's about to happen this year.
Well, of course, there's always our sponsors, and as I said earlier, you know, we wouldn't be able to do this without them, because, as you know, the Conchman is a non-profit, and all the funds that we use go towards the event. If we have overflow, often we have bought bicycles, so to help schools when they participate into the Conchman. So we try to always support the triathlon as an event and support the sports. We have helped the YMCA. So every time we have funds left over, we support other sports operation that feeds into the Conchman, obviously. So whether It's for buying bikes, we're supporting the YMCA, we're supporting track and field meet. So,
but Fatih's being modest because it really is the Grand Bahama Port Authority that makes this possible. Without the Grand Bahama Port Authority, this event is not possible. And you're being very modest, but it's true.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Grand Bahama Port Authority.
Yes.
No, they have been incredible, and you know, a lot of as you know, Annie, too well, a lot of them. A lot of the things about eventing is the consistency. To be able to provide something every year consistently is essential. Is essential for people and quality. So having big sponsors like that basically underwrite almost the entire event is incredible. Obviously, it's not enough. We still count on other partners, and a lot of people are helping us in kind, be that the water company or sanitation, or Lasco, or sometimes Freecon filling up the potholes. So we've got a lot of people who help us, but it's, you know, it's, or the Doctors Hospital, the Red Cross, I mean, I can't,
everybody. Now, don't call too many, because then if you miss someone out, then they...
Yeah. No,
all of the others, we'll say all of the others, we appreciate you.
Over a big shout out to the team at the SSF, Safety and Security at the Port Authority, because they bring us the finish line. They bring us, you know, they set up the electricity, they set up everything, the tents the night before, they provide security for the system the night before. Obviously, the Ministry of Tourism who provided the junk canoe groups. You know, but also the entire board of the Conchman, you know, there's so much work behind the scene, especially Celia and Kenton and Rivano. There's so much work behind the scene to put it all together.
I'm sure.
It's just colossal, and getting all the volunteers. So if I have to do an appeal today, would be please, if you're a corporation, if you heard about the Conchman, come on board, sponsor us, because we need to continue to grow. We need to continue to grow because, yes, it's a family event, yes, it's a competing event, and it's a fun community event, but also in terms of the mental health and physical health of our community, it's really important having this community meeting every year, bringing people together, being healthy, running, eating well, to be able to sustain, you know, muscle growth and all that. It's so important in so many levels, a level that we don't always see with the naked eye, but behind the scenes it helps a lot. You know, helping schools, the teamwork, you know, all of this helps incredible. It's an incredible sort of energy that comes with the Conchman. So we have to make sure it's always supported, be there by financially or physically or by just being present. It's really important. So thank you for giving us the platform today.
Certainly, and of course, you know, the invitation always remains here to the Conchman Triathlon team, to the committee, to be able to join us each and every time. Every single year, we love hearing from you guys and seeing you. And of course, we want to encourage you, please go to the website, conchmantriathlon.com. Make sure that you go and you register. And if you are Bahamian, or if you just kind of want to sneak in there, no, let me don't say that. I am Bahamian. Is the code. You get that 50% off so that you can be able to be a part of any one of the events that they have going on. Make sure you do it today so that you can get your space secured. So definitely looking forward to seeing you guys out there. Taino Beach, November 1st. That is where you want to be. That's what you want to be a part of. And of course, if you're not a part of the event, still be there. Be one of the cheerleaders, dance with the junk canoe, encourage those that are coming through the finish line. Hey, Claudine, just like you. Claudine will be through the finish line. Listen, we have so much more to come. We're getting ready to talk to the Bahamas Red Cross. The reason why we are also here at the Grand Lucayan Hotel today, thank you so much, Grand Lucayan, and of course we want to talk about what they have coming up, a really nice, fancy soiree. Yes, and of course, you're ready to go?
Yes.
Dress ready to go?
Absolutely.
She's going to be beautiful on the night of. We'll see how things go. Once again, thank you to the Conchman Committee, and thank you for staying with us, but we want you to stay right there. We'll be right back right after this.
Under the distinguished patronage of Her Excellency, the Most Honorable Cynthia A. Pratt, Governor General of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, with special guest Lady Anne Marie Davis, the Bahamas Red Cross Society warmly invites you to an evening of grace and enchantment, the Starlight Soirée, Saturday, October 4th, at the Ballroom at the Grand Lucayan Resort, beginning at 7 p.m. An elegant night beneath the stars, where purpose meets celebration. Dress code is formal, and tickets are available at the Bahamas Red Cross Center for a donation of $125.
My name is Terrence Roberts III. I'm the Managing Director and founder of Berkshire Bahamas Farms. We're a livestock and agriculture business here in Freeport, Grand Bahama. where we focus on education, community, youth development, and the use of technology. Try to do everything from a more innovative stance where we can make an impact in the community through the youth and economic empowerment. And as you can see right behind me, we have a scripture on the wall where we discuss how the Lord gave us the earth to steward, and that's what we're trying to do here at the farm. So we're located right off the Grand Bahama Highway. You can find us on Google. The directions are there, all of our hours of operation are included. You can reach us also at 242-441-7777 and Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, Berkshire Bahamas Farms.
Welcome back to Focus Forward. Thank you so much for staying with us. We are having a fantastic day here at the Grand Lucayan Hotel, and we are so excited to have our next set of guests with us. Of course, the Bahamas Red Cross is having a wonderful event that's coming up shortly. I know everybody has heard about it. You know, we were anticipating after we saw the flyer. Everybody was anticipating the video because we know when they came out last year, it was a whole thing. And this year is even better. So we are so excited, certainly, to have the organizers here with us, and also and may I say, the new administrator? Because, you know, we got some fresh blood in the place, right? Yes. And so, of course, we want to welcome for the very first time to Focus Forward, Mrs. Kimberly Darville-Outen, who is the administrator of the Bahamas Red Cross Society Grand Bahama Center. Welcome to Focus Forward.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Certainly a pleasure. And of course, we want to welcome to Focus Forward a lovely lady who is wearing all of her Red Cross red today, looking beautiful, Miss Dequian Carroll. She is a Grand Bahama Renaissance Ball Committee member. Welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here, ladies. Thank you.
Good to have you. And of course, another beautiful lady who always helps us here at the Grand Lucayan Hotel, but she is here in another capacity today. Yes. And we are so delighted to have her. I always tease her and say, when are you going to become a model? Because, you know, but we are delighted to have Miss Randy Miller, who is also from the Grand Bahama Renaissance Ball Committee. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much.
Good to have you, ladies. So, you know, we're all excited about this wonderful soiree and all of the fantastic things that comes along with it. But of course, we definitely want to talk a little bit about the Bahamas Red Cross, which is very, very important. Yes. We want to be able to hear about what you guys have going on a regular basis, because we understand that you do have a fundraiser, but we also want to know what is it that you're doing constantly. So, Mrs. Outen, if we can talk to you just a little bit, tell us about the Bahamas Red Cross.
Well, the Bahamas Red Cross, first of all, I'd like to say, is a nonprofit organization. So, you know, we rely heavily on donations and sponsors. We don't have a set income coming in. So we are definitely looking forward to our soiree this weekend. Some of the programs that we have have a Meals on Wheels program, which we provide over 300 meals each week to families in the community in need. Monthly, we serve about almost 30 grocery parcels to families in need. And then, of course, you know, we offer CPR and first aid training to members of the public and corporate Grand Bahama.
Wow, that's a lot. Awesome. I don't want us to breeze over that, right? Absolutely. 300 meals each week.
Yes. And that doesn't even begin to cover the needs, because we aren't even able to supply the demand that we have.
That's really rough. But it's good to hear that the Bahamas Red Cross is trying to meet the need, trying to meet the demand, to be able to assist persons here within the city of Freeport and, of course, on the island of Grand Bahama. So the work that you do is really important, and we appreciate all of you. And I guess I could just drop in an appeal here, because I think it's necessary for us to not only hear these things, but to respond as a community, knowing that we do have the need. We're talking all the time about how the community is now starting to change a little bit. The economy is moving just a little bit. You know, there's these new investments and things that are happening, new jobs, opportunities. But it means nothing if you're not giving back to others that may not have the same opportunities. So thank you so much for sharing that, and we definitely want to hear more about that. So your core services and programs would usually be around meals. You talked a little bit about the training. So tell us about how persons can get involved with things like that.
We have about 2 CPR classes per month or more, depending on how many people come in and are looking for that. We also offer that for corporations. So a lot of businesses, they come in, they want their entire team trained because, you know, it's very important if an emergency happens on the job, you'll have members of your staff, they're ready to respond.
Right.
In the, like I said, in the event of an emergency. So to register for that, they could just come into the center. It's on Jobson Avenue, directly behind Western Bakery. Or they can give us a call, 352-7163, to register and get more information.
Okay.
So,
Good stuff.
go ahead.
No, I was just saying that was good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how can the public get more involved in supporting your mission beyond just donation?
Well, the heart of the Red Cross is our volunteers, because without them, we would not be able to do anything. So definitely, the first thing I would like to say, if you're interested and willing, we definitely can always use volunteers, because we rely on our volunteers for all of our programs to get going, because volunteers help us to support all of our programs. Like I said, they help us with delivery of the meals and anything else. And the great thing is the volunteers that we do have, when one call and they're always right there.
Wow.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So is it as simple as, let's say, I know I have 2 days off a week and I want to take a day just to be able to come and support,
Right.
Whether or not you may have something going on that day, would you be able to find something that I can do
Definitely.
if I,
Yes.
just come around to be able to give some time?
There's always things to do, and there's always ways that they can help. And it doesn't even have to be a full day. It can just be a few hours. We have people who come in for a few hours whenever they have time. So, and we're not going to turn you down. We can always use the support.
So we basically work 9 to 5, so we're off on weekends. So what
Right.
about weekends? What are your hours looking like for
Well,
persons?
on weekends, it would depend on if we have any programs going on. But usually we are Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 4:30.
8:30 to 4:30.
Yeah.
During the course of the week.
Right.
Okay, good. So we understand the needs, so we also know that fundraising obviously is a huge part of what you need to
Definitely,
do. Is this your only fundraiser for the year?
The soiree?
Yes.
Well, it's our main fundraiser for the year so far. But for this year, no, we had a few smaller events, but next year we definitely have a lot of big plans. Soiree, I want to say, is going to be the kickoff to things to come. Okay. And of course, like I said, smaller. We also have smaller events, but for now, the soiree is the main thing.
The main event.
This is the big to do,
Yes.
like the Bahamians say. So let's talk, Ms. Carol and Ms. Miller. Let's talk a little bit about the soiree now.
Yes,
I only know about what I've seen in the videos, right? So tell me a little bit about what persons can expect coming out to this event.
Thank you. Formal dress. However, come in your dancing shoes.
Okay, that's flat.
A great night of entertainment.
Okay.
We want to give our plug to our entertainers for the night, which will be DMAC and the top tier band. So
right.
dancing, delectable food, oh my goodness. Through the night we'll have prizes, surprises. We have our main raffle that will be happening through the night, which are 2 7-day cruises. Yes, and those tickets are just $20 to the public. So a great way to give back and get something in return.
Absolutely.
$20, drop in the bucket.
I got a
Right?
few tickets myself. So
Everybody can afford.
I'm pretty sure I'll be on a cruise next year.
Right, exactly. for just $20.
There you go. But I know that originally when the preparations were underway, that the event was scheduled to be held on the outside. It has since then moved on the inside of the ballroom.
Yes.
Does that mean that, was there any takeaways? Are we gonna not have certain activities as originally planned? Due to us moving on the inside?
We're going to copy and paste the event. So basically,
I love that reference.
yeah, we're going to copy and paste the event. The only difference is you won't get the actual natural starlight, but of course we're going to remake it in the ballroom.
Right.
What's going to be designed in the ballroom is going to be very different from what we've seen in the past. It's definitely going to be a starlight soiree.
Okay.
But the same layout, we're going to keep everything. So the surprises that DeGuan talked about is still going to happen in the actual ballroom.
Okay.
And this time it was a decision that was made by the committee because of weather constraints. We're not sure what's going to happen, especially what happened over the weekend. We won't want to stop our major fundraiser if something like weather comes our way. So
well, I am never mad if there is air conditioning involved. Let's be honest. That's
so true.
You're coming out in all of your clothes, so
Right.
you don't want to be too hot. So
Right.
yes, I was
No
very
excuses.
excited. Yes.
So
very
you
excited
did
about the
say
change.
that this is your major fundraiser. So tell us about how some of these funds will be used to, facilitate your future initiatives. I know you spoke earlier about major stuff happening next year.
Right.
Talk about how the funds from this event will facilitate those upcoming events.
Well, like I said, our main program is our Meals on Wheels, and the demand for that is, I can't even begin to tell you. So one of our biggest goals is to definitely expand that program, because right now, like I said, we do about 300 meals per week, and we would like to take that up to, we would like to more than double that. So the funds from this fundraiser would definitely help majorly with that.
That'll be a big deal, because I know with the Red Cross being in the downtown area, I know about another organization that's also in the downtown area supporting some of the same big numbers that they are. And so if you can almost double that or more, that'll be so much better for persons in the community that are certainly in need. So I love that. I really do love that. So there's certainly a plan in place, and we're looking forward to seeing. And of course, when you come back next year, let us know how much things would have improved and how good it is. Now, last year with the Renaissance Ball, you guys just came out with such a bang, right? So I'm definitely looking forward to what's going to be happening this year. Give me a little sneak peek, a little snippet, a little something about how this year is going to top last year. Well, if you can do that, if you can't do it, because it's I shouldn't know.
We should always aspire to be better and to grow. And so one thing that we are trying to focus on is bringing more people in that we did last year, because the more people we bring in, the more revenue we also generate. So that's one thing. Another thing is this year we're focusing more on other streams of revenue. As you see, we added the cruise raffle on this year. We didn't have that, and so you can have the opportunity to win 2 luxury cruises. That's something that was added to the portfolio. And then we also have lots. When I say lots, the committee is working tirelessly to bring in. And I'm very happy for the community that we have on the out on the outside. The Grand Bahama community is coming together to bring us, even if they couldn't purchase sponsorship level tickets, they're all working together to bring small donations and door prizes and other things that we have. We have over 30 some door prizes that's already coming. I'm sure more is going to come in this week, because
Amazing.
It's a lot. Everybody's coming, like smaller companies are coming in to support outside of just buying tickets. So there's a lot more revenue streams that are coming on board this year too for this event, not just ticket sales.
So let's talk about tickets and ticket sales.
Yes.
Great.
Where can persons go to get the tickets?
Sure. The tickets are available at our Red Cross Center. Again, that's Jobson Avenue. Everybody knows the landmark Western Bakery. The donation for those tickets for the actual event is $125. And again, the raffle tickets are $20 each.
Okay, now someone told me that the tickets are running out pretty quickly, and
They
I know that
are.
yes.
They are.
So definitely we want to encourage you guys, if you don't have a ticket yet, you need to get a ticket now. You want to be, you know what this was like last year. And if you weren't here, I'm sure you saw the videos and all of the social media pieces and all of the Bella VC dresses and you know how we do, right? Everybody's stepping out and looking good. So make sure that you get your ticket, make sure that you are a part of this wonderful event. Looking forward to it. D-Mac.
Yes.
My goodness, you can't even have heels on your shoes with D-Mac. And top tier band with the top tier music.
Yes,
I'm with it. I'm with it.
definitely.
So is there anything else that you guys would like the public to know, either about the Red Cross or the soiree?
I'll conclude with the soiree part. So we're 4 days away. This is under the patronage of Her Excellency, the Honorable Cynthia Pratt, and we definitely will have some wonderful guests by her invitation into the room. So we're looking forward to that. We thank the public for the support, especially our committee, hardworking. Thank you, ladies, and everybody else behind the scenes. The community has been great. Make sure this is a calendar event every year. Once you hear the Red Cross Society is coming, we're there to serve, and that's the main thing behind it, so that we can give back.
And I like the fact that the tickets are reasonable for the type of event that persons will have to be able to experience. I like the fact that the tickets are reasonable. So, of course, we know next year, plan and prepare, like you said.
Yes.
To make sure that if you're not here this year, next year you have a chance
need to
to be
see you,
here.
yes.
Definitely. And of course, all of the proceeds going to something that benefits the community
Yes.
100%. Now, I actually know this lady in this white shirt right
Exactly.
here. I know every dime and every dollar.
Yes.
And she really has a heart for the people. I always
people,
tell her that. Really has a heart for the people. So
Thank you.
in terms of the Red Cross, if you could just give us some final words as we part with this particular segment.
One thing I did want to say, circling back to the soiree, for the raffle tickets for the cruise, you actually don't have to be at the event at the soiree to win the cruise. So even if you don't plan on coming, or if you're unable to attend, you could still come and get a raffle ticket, because you could still very much end up winning one of the 2 cruises, or maybe both, who knows.
Want to share the cruise lines? I'm just asking for a friend.
One of them is going to be Royal Caribbean, and the other one is Carnival.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
those are luxury
Good
cruises.
stuff.
We also forgot to shout out our sponsors. So they made this all possible. There was 17 people that signed up, the major sponsors, to be a part of this organization. Some of them are repeat from last year. So those are RBC, the Grand Bahama Port Authority. So we thank you guys for that, of course.
Pleasure.
WASM was also on board. They were in last year and they're back again. The Ministry of Tourism, also a part of it is CIBC. There's also BMMC, there is BTC, of course, our chairman is Miss BTC, so I can't forget them. There is OODG, there's Kalina, CG Atlantic is on board, Doctors Hospital is back again, thank you guys for that. Insurance Management, once again, they're returning. There is King Ocean Services, Bose Equipment, Elevation Capital, Bristol's is on board, and then Chances. So thank you guys so much for
all of the big names, licensees. Yes, that's wonderful.
So outside of corporate, even as a community citizen, this is the opportunity to give back, and that's what we want to encourage.
That is awesome.
That is wonderful. I like the partnerships and everything. I love that. And of course, we want to encourage again the volunteerism to make sure that other persons in the community can give of their time. And I like the flexibility as well in terms of being able to just give a few hours if you can, somewhere between Monday to Friday, or if there is a Saturday event or program that's going on. So we definitely want to do that. Thank you so much, Madam Administrator. We appreciate you. And of course, welcome to the seat. I think this is the best time for us to be able to say that. Yes, welcome to the seat, and we look forward to everything that's going to be coming out of the Bahamas Red Cross and also out of this wonderful committee, because I know that you will be using these very talented ladies all the way through the year. And so we're looking forward to every opportunity. She confirmed it for sure. All right, guys, so focus forward. We just had a wonderful day today, and of course the Bahamas Red Cross coming and bringing all of this gorgeousness to our set and talking about the soiree that's coming up. We're really, really excited. We want to thank again the Bahamas Red Cross, the Conchman Triathlon, and the Grand Lucayan Hotel for giving us an opportunity to be here, to be with you today. And of course, make sure you share this video. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Invest Grand Bahama and Kay's Beauty, for allowing us to, I guess, be here today and to enjoy this time. Yes, Kay's Beauty, she did her thing today. Thank you so much, Kishana. And of course, we want to remind you, make sure follow us on our Facebook pages if you want to be able to catch us on ZNS Cable 12, Eyewitness News ILTV, listen to the rhythm, listen to everybody. We're everywhere, like Alex says, right? There's no reason to say you don't know what's going on in Freeport. You can find us. And of course, if you know anybody that needs to know what's going on in Freeport, you can use the show to be able to tell them. So thank you so much for inviting us into your offices, your businesses, and your homes. Grand Bahama's Best Talk Show, Focus Forward, is always here for you. And until next time, I'm Glendia Sweeting.
I'm Claudine Pinder.
And we're focusing on the things that's happening as we move forward.
You've been listening to Focus Forward, sponsored by Invest Grand Bahama. Like us on Facebook at Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau to stay updated. And drop a business card at the Grand Bahama Port Authority receptionist desk to have your business featured on our show. Tune in next Thursday, same time, same place, for Focus Forward.